In the busy city of Enugu, where yellow buses fill the roads with endless noise and traders called out loudly in crowded markets, lived a quiet but determined young lady named Adaeze. The air in the mornings often smelled of roasted corn, fresh bread, and the red dust that rose gently from the earth whenever feet and tires passed. Life in the city moved fast, but inside a small compound at the edge of Ugwet, Adaeze's life moved with careful patience. She was the first daughter of a struggling family, and from a very young age she understood something many children did not yet know, that her future would depend not on luck, not on miracles alone, but on hard work, discipline, and courage. Her father was a tailor, respected for his neat stitches but poorly paid because customers in the neighborhood always begged for reduced prices. Some days he returned home with only a few naira after sitting behind his sewing machine from morning till night. Her mother sold vegetables in Ogbet market, working before dawn to arrange tomatoes, ugu leaves, and peppers in neat baskets that shone under the early sun. Even with all their effort, feeding the family was difficult. School fees were heavier than mountains. A dream bigger than poverty. Adaeze loved books more than anything. While other children played 10-10 or chased old tires along dusty roads, she often sat quietly reading borrowed textbooks and storybooks about great African women, teachers, doctors, writers, and leaders who changed their communities. Each story planted a seed inside her heart. "I will go to the university one day," she whispered to herself many nights before sleep. But when she finished secondary school, reality stood before her like a tall, silent wall. There was no money for university. Relatives began to talk. "Let her learn tailoring, or hairdressing. School is too expensive. Life is hard. Dreams do not cook soup." Those words were heavy, but Adaeze carried a different voice inside her, a quiet voice of hope. She believed that God gave strength to those who refused to give up. Starting small. Instead of surrendering to sadness, Adaeze chose to start small. Every morning before sunrise, when the sky was still pale and silent, she followed her mother to the market. Together they arranged vegetables carefully so customers would notice their freshness first. After the market walk, Adaeze hurried to a nearby street where she worked as a cleaner in a small office. She swept floors, wiped dusty tables, and emptied waste baskets while office workers discussed big business she could barely understand. The pay was very small, but Adaeze treated every naira like gold. She saved the money inside a small blue box hidden safely under her bed. Evenings of extra effort. Her day did not end there. In the evenings, she braided children's hair in the compound under the soft orange light of sunset. Sometimes she walked to a business center to help neighbors type simple documents using an old, slow computer that made loud clicking sounds. Her friends often laughed. "Adaeze, do you ever rest? Why are you suffering like this?" She only smiled gently, because she knew something they did not yet understand. Every small effort is a step toward a great dream. The idea that changed everything. Months passed slowly, like water dripping from a calabash. Her savings grew little by little. One afternoon in the market, Adaeze noticed something important. A woman nearby was selling homemade chin-chin and granuts, and customers surrounded her table quickly. The woman finished selling before sunset. Adaeze's heart beat faster. An idea entered her mind like sudden light breaking through darkness. That night she spoke softly to her mother. "Mama, what if I make chin-chin and sell near schools? And bus parks? I can start with my savings." Her mother looked into her eyes, tired but shining with determination. "My daughter," she said, "your spirit is strong. Try it. God will bless the work of your hands." Harder than she expected, Adaeze began immediately. She bought flour, sugar, oil, and small nylon packs. Every day she woke at 4 a.m., long before the first rooster crowed, to fry chin-chin in hot oil while the rest of the world slept. The heat burned her face. Smoke entered her eyes. Her body grew tired, but her dream was stronger than her pen. After frying, she hurried to her cleaning job. After work, she walked through bus stops and school gates, calling politely. Fresh chin-chin, sweet and crunchy. Days of discouragement. The beginning was very difficult. Some days she sold only a few packs. Some days nothing at all. She returned home tired, holding unsold chin-chin, fighting tears she did not want her parents to see. But every night she prayed quietly. God give me strength not to stop. And every morning, she started again. The turning point. Adaeze began to improve. She changed the recipe. She made the chin-chin tastier. She packaged it more neatly. She wrote carefully on each nylon. Adaeze snacks made with love. Slowly, people began to notice. Students liked her kind smile. Drivers liked her respectful greetings. Teachers admired her hard work. Soon, something beautiful happened. She started to sell out every day. From tray to kiosk. With time, her small trade grew. The tray on her head became a tiny roadside kiosk. She added meat pie, puff-puff and cold drinks. Her small blue savings box became fuller than ever before. For the first time, hope felt real. The day of victory. One quiet evening, Adaeze counted her money again and again, her hands shaking. It was enough. Enough to pay her first university school fees. Tears filled her eyes. Not tears of pain, but tears of victory. Her parents cried with her. Neighbors celebrated her. Even those who once doubted her became silent with respect. Walking through the university gate. On the morning of registration, Adaeze wore a simple, clean dress and held her documents tightly to her chest. As she walked through the university gate, memories rushed through her mind. Early mornings in the markets. Long walks under the hot sun. Laughter from doubters. Quiet midnight prayers. She smiled softly, because she now understood a powerful truth. Great dreams do not begin with big money. They begin with small courage that refuses to give up. Years later, years passed like gentle wind. Adaeze graduated with honor. Her small snack business grew into a real food company, employing young girls who could not afford school, just like she once could not. Whenever they asked her secret, she always said, "Start with what you have. Work with all your heart. Pray without stopping, and never be ashamed of small beginnings." A quiet light in Enugu. And so, in the noisy and beautiful city of Enugu, Adaeze's story became a quiet light, a story parents told their children, teachers told their students, and dreamers held inside their hearts. Because her life proved something true and powerful. Determination can turn struggle into success. Hard work can open closed doors. And hope, when protected, can change a whole future.